Hi everyone, Winter Knight here, otherwise known as Alicia. You can call me either one, I don't mind. Now, WandaVision, episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall, was fantastic. Now, I will say this, there were some things that I was hoping to happen, but at the same time I'm like, okay, they're holding off on things, but still there were two massive reveals in this episode that I love, and there were some little Easter eggs around. So let's get into it. Now, before I continue, I will say this. I want to chat with some friends and see what they think if I should either do a full coverage of episode 1 to 6 or simply do 2 videos of episodes 1 to 3, 4 to 6. I'll do one of those options. I don't know which one yet. I'll see what my friends think on what would be the better option for me, but also what they think will benefit my channel. And there will be a couple of other videos set to arrive very soon. But let's get into WandaVision, episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall. Now, the opening title, the first couple of minutes were fantastic. I honestly not only just felt for Wanda that she just wanted to sleep, but then of course like we find out she's still in her costume from episode 6. The twins' gaming systems were playing funny bunkers on them. Bunkers. Yes, I said buggers. And then in the final part, they turn to cards of Uno. Uno is a game where once you get one card left, you win. So is that hinting that there's something else? Or is that just a fun Easter egg of Uno? It could be multiple things. And I'm sorry, I could not actually get a screenshot of the Uno. For some reason, my screen capture did not always want to work. So I grabbed a lot of for that scene anyway. At least I got this. And I have to say, the twins are adorable. The actors are fantastic. They did the roles justice, I reckon. And the opening title card, I liked it. It's like, where's Vision? Where's Vision? Where's Vision's name? Oh, there's Vision's name at the end. So I think that kind of hinted on what was happening, that Vision would not rejoin with Wanda in the episode. That's what I think anyway. And as we find out, Vision wakes up smack bang pretty much around a circus. Anyway, I'll get into that later on. The next thing that I'm going to get into is not only just the commercial, but also what I think. Nexus itself is pretty much like a center of energy or opening of a gateway, essentially. So, but also at the same time, I think it's a bridge. Because think about this. So you've got the barrier that surrounds Westview. You've got the barrier that completely surrounds the town. That itself is an energy. It's a nexus energy. Because it seals off, but also it changes things. Then you've also got Wanda herself. She's a nexus because of her power. We've seen hints of how powerful she is. The comics themselves, Wanda is insanely powerful. And there's another person that is a possible nexus. And that is the reveal of who was in the episode, of who a certain person was. Agnes is Agatha Harkness. Now, I'm going to come back into this part, but she's Agatha. I love that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it now. So for me, Agatha, I'm like, why does she have a bunny? That's why, from the beginning, I was like, it can't be Agatha. She's got a bunny. In the comics, she's got a cat named Ebony that turns into a big giant cat. I kind of wish my cats were giant cats. Anyway. And so I'm like, where's Ebony? And then I got thinking, now what if the actual overall villain is, as we all think, pretty much is Mephisto? What if Mephisto is not only just controlling Agnes, but forcing her to comply because he has control of Ebony? He's keeping the cat elsewhere. Because I can't remember if Ebony was given to Agatha by someone, or if she's always been a familiar. I can't remember. But I do remember that Ebony, I love that cat. I love that cat. I do remember that, unless they're going to go somewhere different, that Ebony is not introduced until later on, because they might not be able to do Ebony. At the same time, it's a bunny. Don't get me wrong, I love bunnies, but it's a bunny. It's not pretty. Unless Ebony was changed to look like a bunny. Okay, I'm just gasping at straws there. My brain goes weird. But there's another thing. Agnes' power also is a nexus. She's a Salem witch. She was in the Salem, essentially she was around the Salem witch trials, if I remember correctly. She's insanely powerful. The energy that we see, her power is purple. I love it. And then you look at the picture that's below. You've got Wanda in front of a red, essentially that's got red window. And you got Agatha with the purple energy. So I want to go back into the nexus. That kind of looks like a mix of a red and purple energy. But at the same time, I could be just grasping at straws. But then again, you got when Monica goes through, it's blue energy. And like, I don't know. But I'm excited. Monica got her powers. I am over the moon. And because I was thinking, oh, they're not going to give her powers until Captain Marvel 2. Like, they won't show her getting her powers. They won't show anything of her powers. Well, but no, we got them. We actually got them in this episode, which is fantastic. And the whole work of when Monica was going through the barrier, I swear I did see purple energy, but also I saw the red energy, which is, of course, Wanda's power. And at the very beginning of the season, the barrier is invisible. So, yeah, I'm grasping at straws here. I'm grasping at straws. Anyway, there's one more thing about Agnes that I'm going to cover. So here, when we finally meet Agatha, and like Wanda's walking through like all this route or this like dungeon type thing, the camera lingers on a certain item. Now, what if this book is actually from Doctor Strange? And what if this book also is contributing to the nexus that is the barrier around, that is surrounding the town? And what if that cameo that Paul Bentley's been hinting at, what if it's one of these three? Now, of course, I agree with a lot of people. We're all pretty much now hoping it's Professor X because he can actually probably help Wanda. But at the same time, there's two other people that I'm thinking. Well, actually three. My top picks, of course, Benedict Cumberbatch. Because WandaVision leads into Doctor Strange 2. But also, what if it's Benedict Wong? What if he senses something in the final 2 episodes lets the power of that book because you can see the energy that's around it. Lets the energy out. And Benedict, who was the librarian, goes and tries to find the book. What if it's Benedict Wong? Like, that would be absolutely amazing. And Wong, I reckon, like, oh yeah, he's insanely powerful as well. But at the same time, he may not be as understanding to Wanda's situation. So what? He's not a bad guy. But unless there's another thing. What if there's another surprise cameo that they've not hinted at? What if it is Carl Mordu? That he's following Benedict Wong. He's following Wong to find this missing book. Because say that he... I don't know, did Mordu know about the missing book? God, I've got to rewatch Doctor Strange, the first movie. Did Mordu know about the missing book? If so, what if it's a book that he wants? So, there could be... I think I'm grasping at straws here. I'm sorry, everyone. And then, of course, another pick is Patrick Stewart as Professor X. Because Paul Bentley has said it's an actor that he has not worked with. He hasn't worked with Patrick Stewart, to my knowledge. But I know, I think he's worked with James McAvoy. But of course, you can't really recast. They can. It's going to be MCU. It's, I don't know. But those are my 4 picks of the possible cameo that could appear. I really am leaning towards either Wong being the first person to appear, then followed by Carl Mordu, who causes the reaction of the barrier to explode, and possibly actually making mutants. That could be something. We don't fully know. Now, I am going to get into Darcy and Vision. I'm going to say, I love these two. Their chemistry on screen is fantastic. They really do play off each other really well. And Kat Jennings, I'm so happy she's back as Darcy. That she got that call to return. And I love the one-liners she throws out. I'm like, I'm always giggling. Paul Bentley, he's a treasure. He's amazing. And but at the same time, in my opinion, their scenes, you kind of wanted to get back into what was happening with Wanda. You didn't really want to know what was going on with Vision and Darcy. Because, yeah, that's my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I love them. Don't hate me. I love the two. But I wanted to find out what was going on with Wanda. And now, there's one character I have not touched on because there's a theory that the YouTuber Ren Geekness has mentioned, and I am going to talk about it. Go to his channel, and all the links are down below in the description as well. His theory of Haywood being Ultron is fantastic. I honestly now am thinking about this. This theory is something. I don't trust Haywood. I've never trusted Haywood. There's something about him that it just feels off. Now, of course, he could end up being a Skrull. He could be a bad Skrull. But at the same time, it's like, it makes sense that he could be Ultron because Ultron was sentient, and we know that his body was destroyed. But what if his mind escaped into the World Wide Net? And he's been hiding there. And of course, Ultron has many powers. Ren goes into fantastic detail on why this theory could be really quite close to reality. If that is the case, Marvel keeps on winning me over. In Kevin Feige we trust, but must he drive us up the wall? Please go and subscribe to Ren. Now, before you ask, I actually watch... wrong one. I watched the episodes live with Mama's Geeky. At 1 AM my time in Melbourne. And so my reviews will always come out around this time. And I'll be saying with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, please go and subscribe to Mama's Geeky. Her reactions to trailers, to the TV shows, are honestly amazing. Because Tessa's just truly such an amazing human. She's the sweetest. So please go and subscribe to her. Go and subscribe to Ren. He has some amazing theories that I'm still going through. And they do make sense, a lot of them. But I'm now really hoping that one of my picks for the possible surprise cameo is right. But again, it could end up being Reed Richards. And they just hold him off until the very end. Could be Sue Storms, Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm. Anyway, that is my recap / review / theories on WandaVision. I know I am rusty. Next video will be my about video. I've got to finish that off. I do hope you all enjoyed this, my review. These are just my thoughts, my opinions. And just let me know what you think and what you think of my theories about Wong, about Wong and possibly Mordo, or even Doctor Strange appearing, which I think we all agree that he might appear, but at the same time, may not. What if it is Wong or Mordo, which would be interesting. Be an interesting little thing to happen. I do hope we get to see on how Wanda met Agatha. That's what I want to see. And I hope we don't have to wait until a flashback scene later on with Doctor Strange 2. Fingers crossed. Alrighty. Take care, everyone. Please subscribe and like this video. Or not, either way. It's your choice. But take care. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you watch this video. Alright? Bye.